Right. So yesterday we discussed about inner join, what left outer join, right outer join, and what else full outer join. And we also discussed how to create what indexes, and we understood the index types, B tree index and what CPB tree index. Okay, done. Now let us go for another important concept in HANA called as C functions. Okay, C functions. Okay, so C function stands for calculation engine functions. Okay, so in this SAP HANA, SAP has given some special type of functions. Okay, called as what? C functions. Okay, one second. Okay, we have C functions, which we call it as what? Calculation what functions, right? So these are also called as these C functions. They're also called as calculation engine plan operators. Okay, they're also called as what? Calculation engine plan operators, or in short form we call it as what? C operators. Okay, so what exactly is this C functions is they are alternative to what? SQL statements. Okay, so when I say SQL statements, when you do this select queries, okay, when you execute any select query internally, ANA uses a engine called as what? SQL engine. Try to understand, whenever we execute the select query, okay, internally ana uses what? A engine called as what? SQL engine. Okay, so the thumb rule is SQL statements are executed inside what? SQL engine. SQL engine is responsible for executing the SQL statement. So what SAP has done is, for frequently commonly used SQL statements, I repeat, for frequently commonly used SQL statements, they have designed some special functions called as what? They have designed some special function called as what? C functions. So the advantage of these C functions are they are faster than SQL statements. The execution of C functions are faster comparing with what? SQL statements. So why it is faster means, again, the ANA architecture contains a engine called as calculation engine. Calculation engine is powerful than what? SQL engine. Okay, calculation engine is powerful than SQL engine. These C functions are executed by what? Calculation engine. Okay, so they are alternative to what? SQL statement. So it is a developer wish whether we have to use the SQL statements or C functions. But initially, when ANA was launched by SAP, they have given what? C functions also. Now, release wise, what is happening is they are making the SQL engine also what? Powerful. So now it is developer choice whether we use what? C functions or what? SQL statement. But initially, way back in 2013-14, when ANA was released initially, at that time, what happened is calculation engine is very much powerful than what? SQL engine. Okay, that's why people started using what? C function. Now also it is developer choice. Okay, so what I can say is they are specially optimized. Okay, they are specially optimized. Okay, for what? ANA. So they are available only in the ANA database. They are not available in what? Other databases, and can perform what? They can perform better than, okay, they can perform better than a normal what? SQL statement. I mean to say the select statement. Okay, So what is the other point we should know? They are executed where this SQL C functions are executed inside what? Calculation engine. Okay, so we have SQL engine and calculation engine. SQL engine is responsible for executing the SQL statements. Calculation engine is responsible for executing what? C functions. Their calculation is powerful, stronger than what? SQL engine. Okay, they are the main features. Okay, so let's quickly do this. So basically now these C functions, they are categorized. Okay, they are categorized into what? Two types. They are categorized into two types. One is what is this? Data source access operators. Data source, yeah, data source access operators. They are where they are used to read the data from either column tables. Try to understand. They are used to read the data from either column tables or from SAP HANA. What is this? Modeling views. So we'll understand this later on again. Okay, so data source access operators, they are used to read the data from either column tables or from what? SAP and a modeled views. So what are the examples for this data source access operators is we have different data source access operators, nothing but C functions. One is C underscore column underscore table. C underscore C function starts with what? C. Then we have C underscore join underscore view. Then what else? C underscore OLAP. Yeah, OLAP underscore view. Then we have C underscore calculation underscore what? View. Done. Okay. So these are what? Data source access operators. Hope it's clear. Then we have what? Relational operators also. Okay, we have relational operators also. So the second category is what? Relational operators. We call them as what? Relational operators. Okay. So examples for this relational operators is what we have. We have C underscore join, C underscore, how many joints are there? Four joints, right? Yeah. C underscore left outer join. Then we have C underscore what? Right outer join. We have full outer join also, but we don't have what? Supplement for full outer join. That is, we don't have anything like a C underscore full underscore outer join. We have other relation operators. What are the C underscore what? Operators. What else? Not operators, I'm sorry. C underscore projection. Yeah, C underscore projection. Then C underscore union. Union all, not union. Union all. What else? We have C underscore conversion. Okay, and then C underscore conversion, and then we have C underscore aggregation. C underscore aggregation, and C underscore what else is there? Calcs. Yeah, C underscore CALC. Okay, calcs is there. So let me just document here. C underscore cal. So these are the two categories for what? This particular C functions. Okay, these are the examples for data source access operators, and these are example relation operators. So where they are used, they are used. One second. They are used to join. They are used to join the different data sets. So I'll frame some examples, then you'll understand. So again, when you are what writing any stored procedures, when you are writing any table functions or scalar functions, okay, or when you are writing any code in your HANA database, no one will tell us whether to use a SQL statements, that is whether to use a select statement or whether to use this particular C functions. But from the best practices, initially when ANA was released, when initially ANA was released till SP06 or so, calculation engine was very much powerful. Okay, calculation engine is very much powerful than what SQL engine. But from, I believe I read in the documentation, from what SP06 or 07 onwards, they are they have started making SQL engine also as what powerful. Okay, so it is now SAP has clearly mentioned it is developer choice whether to use what select statements directly or whether to use what C functions. But again, for interview perspective, what they're concentrating on the C functions, okay? Because ANA architecture contains two special engines. We have many more engines. We have some two. One of the two special engines is what SQL engine and what calculation engine. SQL engine is responsible for executing what SQL statements. Calculation engine is responsible for what executing the C functions, which can what address huge amount of data. Okay, in case of SQL engine, what happens is if the data volume is increased, it seems that performance is slightly decreased. But whereas in case of calculation function, in case of calculation engine, it can address huge amount of what data. That is the main advantage of what this particular calculation engine, which executes what C functions. Okay, so let me try to frame some examples. Okay, first let me start with what C underscore what column underscore table. Okay, so let's see how this works. Oh, is it clear to everyone? So when we have some theoretical example, ANA architecture, at that time I'll talk about different engines. But as of now, just remember this calculation engine and what SQL engine. Okay, so let me try to. Generally, we use this calculation function, C functions, calculation engine function inside what? Stored procedures and what? Functions. So let me just quickly create a procedure. Acha, Praveen, I tried that yesterday's thing and I came to know that we should have some separate authorization to debug the procedures stored in what sysbig schema. Earlier when we have discussed the debugging, we are storing that process inside our own schema. Inside our own schema we are able to debug, but it seems that we have to provide some additional authorization to debug the procedure stored in what six big schema. I'm trying to collect that information. Once I get, I'll let you know, Praveen, or I'll let you know to everyone.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay, Sridhar.
you got any solution on that?
No, Sridhar, no, Sridhar. And actually, I need to work on that. Yeah.
Yeah, others
Sorry.
also. Yeah, please work on this one. We already know how to debug the procedures. Okay, but if you want to expose it to outside ANA, if you want to consume it from ABAP reports, I discussed one example storing that particular stored procedure inside what sysbig schema. It is working fine, but we are unable to debug. And by analysis, I came to know that we need to set some authorization by using some grant statement. I tried that, not working. So let me collect the information properly and then I'll discuss that. Others also, if you have time, please try on that.
Yeah, Sridhar. Yeah. So even when from a ABAP perspective, when the control comes as an RFC to HANA, so we should see like how that works. Yeah.
Yeah, one thing we can do is, one solution is, if you want to expose it on outside on a database, first you don't create the procedure inside a six-bit schema. You just write a normal procedure, write the business logic and debug. Okay, if it is working fine, then you copy that inside what sys-big schema. That is one solution. But otherwise also, if you directly create the procedure in sys-big schema also, we should be able to debug. I'll collect that information, Praveen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And also we will see that Sridhar, like calling from ABAP to HANA, like how the control move between these two.
I think we have seen that, no? Creating a procedure proxies and calling that by using
Yeah, yeah.
call
Debug.
data.
I'm talking about the
Debug. Yeah,
debugging.
yeah,
The
we'll see.
debug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once we come
Yeah.
to the CDS core data services, I'll focus on that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So now quickly let me go to our schema, gens of SQL. I'll open the SQL session. Right. So it is created. Session schema is set. Now, okay. Yeah. Yesterday we have seen one table. What is the table? Uh, do we have the table or delete it? Yeah, I'm having a table my underscore employee. What is the definition of this table? It has got some columns, five columns are there. Okay, and it has got some data. It has got some data. Okay, so how many records are there? Seven records. So my requirement is I want to create a procedure which has to return me or which has to display me the data, the complete data from this particular table, complete data from this particular table. So how do you create that? You'll say create underscore what? Procedure. Okay, create underscore, sorry, not underscore, create procedure, create procedure. Uh, Anyway, I've set the schema, but still I'm giving that gens of SQL dot. I'll say demo. What is that first C function I want to discuss? C underscore column underscore what table. So C underscore what column underscore table. Okay, this is my procedure name. I don't want to give any parameters as begin. Then I'll declare one dynamic variable I tab is equal to okay y I tab. I can directly say what select star from what is the table name my underscore what employee, select star from my underscore employee and end. Okay, so this is the way you'll do it. Okay, I'll give the procedure name as what demo SQL. Okay, this is the procedure I'm trying to create. So let me quickly execute this. Yes, procedure got created. I'll call this. Done. So, one second, am I recording this session or not? One second, please. Yeah, I'm recording. Fine. Yeah. So I'm trying to execute this. So when I say F8, done, I got all the seven record working fine. So when I call this procedure, it will try to execute the select statement in this. So internally, what is the engine it uses? HANA databases uses an engine called a SQL engine. You are getting the result. Fine. Okay, so if this is returning huge amount of data, then also you'll get the result, but performance is slightly decreased. Okay, so what is the alternative for this is here. I'll say demo what C underscore. I'll give a meaningful procedure name demo C underscore column table. So now here I don't want to use a select statement directly on the database table. So I'll say I tab is equal to C underscore column underscore table. Try to understand. I tab is equal to C underscore column underscore table. Yeah, here I need to give my table name. The okay again each of this function each of this function has got syntax. Each of this function has got some syntax, so I don't want to focus on syntax. Offline I'll prepare that document, what is the syntax of each function. I'll share it with you. Okay, here I'm trying to use it directly. So one argument, one parameter for this function is it takes a table name. So generally we'll give the schema name gens of SQL, dot what is the table name my underscore what employee, my underscore employee. Done. Okay, so now I want to display the data from that local variable, local table variable. Select star from so here remember this is select on local, not on the database table. Remember this is my local variable. Okay, so let's see whether this procedure is created or not. So what I did here, I have avoided select statement on the database table. Okay, so instead I'm using a calculation engine function. So let me try to execute this. F8, done, it is created. Let me try to call that. Done. Okay, I'm executing this now. Call schema dot procedure name. So when I say F8, done. So I got the data. Yeah, I got the same data. How many columns I got? I got all the 5 columns, all the records. Is it clear to everyone? So it seems that the performance of this is faster comparing with what this one. Generally, na, we can evaluate the performance from our ABAP reports, but again, in this case, we are only 7 records. It may not give much of performance this thing. But if you have huge amount of data, it seems that this is very much faster compared with what? Executing the select statement directly on the database table. Is it clear to everyone? Done. So here only, if you want only specific columns, how do you do it? You'll say select employee number, employee name, and salary from what, so and so. I can give the column name. So here also, if you want that kind of functionality, let me create a new procedure. I'll give the procedure name as create procedure gens of SQL demo C underscore column table underscore. I'll give the name as something specific underscore columns. Okay, yeah, here you see the syntax. Okay, yeah, earlier what I did for the C column table, how many arguments I'm giving, how many parameters I'm giving, only one parameter. This entire thing is what, only one parameter, that is schema name dot table name. So here also I'll give like this comma. Okay, there is another optional parameter. Okay, what are the columns I want? I don't want all these 5 columns. I want only 2 columns, employee number and what, employee name. So I'll say in this square brackets, yeah, I can give in double quotes or directly I can give it. When do we use double quotes? If you have any special character in the field name, column name, then you'll give what, double quotes. Otherwise, not required. Employee number, comma, employee name. Is it fine? Done? Done. Yeah. What is the procedure now? Demo C underscore column table specific column. So again, I'm using what? Same calculation engine function, but I'm passing 2 arguments now, 2 parameters. One is the table name I'm passing and the projection list. I'm passing what? Projection list. So let me try to create the procedure. F8. Yeah, procedure got successfully created. Let me try to call it. F8. Good. I got the data. Employee number and what? Employee name. Any questions here? Please ask me. Okay. Done. Then what is the other data access operators? They're all called as data source access operators. So we have seen this. Now this C join view, C OLAP view, C calculation view, now they are related to what? BW, that is HANA modeling. So when I say HANA modeling here, we already know how to create the database views. What you are doing earlier, we are creating the database views. Okay. Similarly, in HANA modeling, what we will do is, in HANA modeling, we are going to what? We are going to perform some what? What we are going to perform some what, massaging of data on the raw tables. Am I clear what I am trying to say? In HANA modeling, what we are going to do is we are going to perform some massaging of data on the raw tables. You may have one or more tables. On those raw tables, we are going to do some kind of massaging of the data with some calculations, and based on that, we design what graphical model views. Okay, what are the views we have created earlier? They are not graphical views. So in HANA modeling, we are going to design what graphical model views. So later on at the end, we are going to see an examples on how to design this attribute views, analytical views, and calculation views. So in HANA modeling, we design what graphical views. So why I am discussing that part is, in HANA modeling, assume that we have created one attribute view. Whenever we activate the attribute view, SAP will generate one column view. SAP will generate one column view, and that column view gets stored in what? Sys underscore big schema. Am I clear? Just like if you have practiced, while creating the stored procedure also, I can use an option result of, So if I use that result of, what happens once a procedure is activated, okay, once the procedure is executed, the result of that procedure is captured inside what? Column view. Okay, and that column view, we can use it for what? Reporting purpose. I repeat once again, in HANA database, we can generate column views in two ways. We can create column views in two ways. One is through stored procedures, another is through what? HANA modeling views. Already we have seen how to generate the column views through what? HANA stored procedures. As part of creating the procedure, we have to use what? Some statement as a result of. So whenever we create that procedure, what happens? One column view gets created which holds the result of that particular procedure, which holds the output value of that particular procedure. This column view we can consume in our reporting purpose. Similarly, we can also generate the column view through what? HANA modeling views. So I repeat, whenever we activate the attribute view, SAP will generate one column view, and that column view gets stored in what? Sys underscore big schema. Okay, and yeah, whenever we execute the attribute view, SAP uses what engine? Again, there is another engine called as about join engine. Okay, in the HANA architecture, we have an engine called as join engine. Okay, this join engine, okay, it is responsible for executing the column views which got generated on behalf of what? Attribute view. Okay, so whenever we are retrieving the data from the column view generated from attribute view, what is that function we use? C underscore join underscore view. Similarly, whenever we activate the analytical, what is attribute view, analytical view, and calculation view, that is not our discussion now, leave it. In HANA modeling, we can create three types of views. On behalf of activating those views, on behalf of activating attribute view, SAP generates a column view, okay, and that column view gets stored in what? Sys big what? Schema. Similarly, whenever we activate what? Analytical view, SAP generates a column view again, and again SAP uses what? A engine called as what? OLAP engine. SAP uses an engine called as what? OLAP engine for executing the column view generated on behalf of what? Analytical view. Okay, so instead of using select statement directly on the analytical view, we can use this C underscore OLAP underscore view to get the data from the column view of that particular analytical view. Similarly, whenever we activate the calculation view, what happens? One column view gets generated. Okay, so the summary is something like this. What you have to understand is, here in HANA modeling, we are going to create what? We are going to create what? Three types of what? Views. Okay, one is what? Attribute view. Okay, another is what, analytical view. Another is what is this, calculation view. Okay, calculation view. Whenever we activate the attribute view, SAP generates something called as what, column view. SAP generates something called as what, column, what, view. Okay, similarly whenever we activate the analytical view, SAP generates what, column view. Then calculation view, again on activating this it generates it. So in all the three cases it generates what, column view, just like. So again in interview perspective, in how many ways we can generate the column views? Two ways. What is that? Through the stored procedures and through the HANA modeling views, through HANA modeling views. So now for executing this attribute view, okay, okay, uses what engine I said, join engine. Uses join engine for what, execution. Okay, here it uses OLAP engine for what, execution. Here it uses what, calculation engine for what, execution. Okay, so yeah, use join engine for execution, done. So now alternate C function. Okay, for this is what, C underscore what, join underscore what, view. For this one, C underscore what, OLAP underscore view. For this one, C underscore what, calcs underscore view. So what you have to understand is, in order to have this column views, so these C functions, they are responsible for what, executing these column views. Okay, they cannot directly read from attribute view. If you are using the select statement, we say select star from attribute view, but when you're using the C function, we have to pass what, column view. So in order to generate this column view, first of all I have to create what, attribute view or analytical view or calculation view. But at this stage we don't know how to create, but I told that this column view gets stored in what schema, sysbig schema. So if I go to sysbig schema, okay, in the catalog you'll have all the runtime objects. If I go to sysbig schema, yeah, yeah, in the sysbig schema, let me go for column views. Yeah, you can observe here we have many column views in the sysbig this thing. Yeah, I'll take this one. What shall I take? Yeah, so you can see here, what is this, fico underscore views. It's an existing one, you can take anything. There is a package here, fico underscore views. Try to understand, there is a package fico underscore views. In that there is something what, at underscore customer. So I don't know what exact at means, what is attribute view only, but still what I'll do is, let me go to repositories. What is the package we have seen? Fico underscore views in the repositories. Under Fico underscore views, if you expand, yeah, you can see here. Oh, I don't have the segregation. Yeah, here you can see it is clearly saying what, at underscore customer dot what, attribute view. What is the extension we are having? Dot attribute view. So I can understand that this is the attribute view. So what is the meaning here? If you go back to this sysbig schema, yeah, in the sysbig schema, okay, in the package, what is the package, fico underscore views, there is one column view. If I double click on that, see here, this is a column view. This is a column view. What is the column view name? At underscore customer. Attribute view name also is what, same, but what is the package here? So and so. Okay, done. Okay, done. So now this is the view name which is part of this particular package, which is available in which schema, sys underscore big. This column view is created on behalf of what attribute view, at underscore what, customer. So column view name and attribute view name also is what? Same. How do I confirm? If you go to the repositories under what? Fico underscore views package. Okay, there is an what? Attribute view. What is the extension? Dot attribute view. What is the name? AT underscore customer. What is the definition of this? Kunnar, land one, name one. What is your own so on. So what I want is I want to get the data from that particular column view which is generated on behalf of what? Attribute view. Am I clear? So I am not generating the column view. I am considering a column view which is already available in the 6-bit schema. Okay. So what is the column view available in my context? Yes. Fico underscore what? Views. What is that name? AT underscore what? Customer. AT underscore customer. So I want to get the data from this. I want to get the data from this, which is part of this schema underscore sys underscore big. So let me use this. Yeah, just observe this. So if you are writing a procedure to get the data from the attribute view, what you will do? You will say what? Select star from 1 second, please. 1 second. Let me go back to the systems. Okay, 1 second. I'll just close these things. Done. 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 Okay. Yeah, you can see the path. What is this? This is a column view. What is the overall path? It is available in this schema. What is the column view name? AT underscore customer, which is available in which package? Fico underscore what? Views. Okay, so this got generated on behalf of which attribute? AT underscore customer. So let me consume it now. So I'll say create procedure. Generally we use it in procedures only. Procedures are function. Create procedure. As usual, I'll give my schema name. Then I'll say read attribute view column view. Any name you can give. I am giving it as what? Read attribute view column view. Done. Here I'll say as begin. I'll take a dynamic variable. So if you don't want to use the C functions, what you'll do, you'll select star from, okay, you'll give that entire attribute view name. Okay, so again what you are doing here, you are directly using the selection of the database table. What happens here, it will make use of what? SQL engine for execution. Instead of using the select statement, just to improve the performance, I'll use what? C function. What is the C function? What is the C function for reading the data from the column view which got generated on behalf of the attribute view? What is that? C underscore join underscore what? View. C underscore join underscore view. So I'll say itab is equal to C underscore what? Join underscore view. Okay, C underscore join underscore view. I need to give the entire path here, so that's the reason I'll copy it from here. Am I clear? I must give this entire path. This is a runtime object. This is a runtime object which is available in the catalog folder. Done. I'll give this. Okay. Done. Done. Chalo. So again, for this C join view also, it is similar to column table. So what is the difference here? The C underscore column underscore table, it is used for reading the data from the database table. This is used for reading the data from the column view, which got generated on behalf of what? Attribute view. Done. That's all. Yeah, I'll say select star from the data of what? itab. Done. And let me check whether the procedure will be created or not. F8. Yeah, it got created. Let me try to call. I'll say call F8. Done. I got all the columns. It has got some six columns. So in the result, I got what? All the six columns and all the data, entire data I got. Hmm. Done. So here also, if you want, you can restrict. What is that I can say now? Let me just copy this. Here I'll say 01. I'll say 01. Here also I want to specify the column names. Okay, it's an optional parameter. What are the column names I am able to see here? Kunnar, land one, so and so. So I want to get Kunnar, what else? Land one and what? ORT01, something like that. Okay, Kunnar, land one and ORT01 or name one, whatever it is. So I'll say Kunnar, comma, land one, comma, ORT01. Is it fine? Yeah, that's all. What is this here? 01 is the procedure name. Execute this. It is under processing.
Sridhar, you mean to say that attribute view cannot be directly used? Instead of
No,
that,
no.
we'll be using a column view?
Attribute view we can use, but you have to use select statement. Select star from.
Uh,
Hmm.
oh,
Tell me.
okay. So if it is an ABAP, then we will be having a SQL view, right? In
Ah,
external view for
yes,
that. Okay.
yes, yes.
Yeah. 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 Got it.
It is still executing. Just wait. Yeah, others, are you able to understand? I am not getting any questions. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. Yeah, it has
So we are
executed.
getting.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, fine, fine, fine. I'll try to call this. Done. So I should get only what? I should get only three columns. Yeah, I should get only three columns. So I'll say F8. Done. I got only what? Three columns. Fine. Working fine. Okay. So similarly, what you can do is you can try the same thing. OLAP view. For this, what you have to do, you have to check the column view which got generated on behalf of what? Analytical view. Similarly, for this also column view on behalf of what? Calculation view. How do you check it? Go to repositories. If I take this, yeah, you can see analytical view is there. What is this? AN underscore what? Sales. So the column view name also would be what? Same generally. So if you go to sys big schema, yeah, you can observe now fico underscore view slash an underscore what sales. So you issue that like that. Similarly for calculation view also you can check. You can go to any of the what folder. Do I have calculation view? I don't have. Okay, so I'll go for here also I'm having attribute view. So just check randomly where I can get that. You can see there is one package here, 01 Panda, and I'm having some calculations. So like this, you can what? Use this other two functions. What are they? This one, OLAP view, and this is a calculation view. Okay. So this is about what data source access operators. Now let me quickly frame an example on this also.
Sridhar, can you just put a select statement on analytical view directly? Can you just show that?
Yeah, yeah. One second. One second. Right. Select star from what is this? Sys underscore what? Sorry, sys underscore big dot fico underscore views slash an underscore what sales. Done. Okay, let me execute this. F8 got created. Call. I there is some class for that. What is saying here? I got an error here. The procedure is created, but what is saying here? Search without aggregation grouping by other than view column user is string data output. Okay, might be, yeah. This particular analytical view is having some written parameters. It is having some written parameters, and what is saying here? Feature not supported, not allowed over what? Okay, what is the error I got here? Feature not supported, feature not supported, not allowed over OLAP view. Search without aggregation grouping by expression other than what? View column or user defined function string type output. Okay.
Probably attribute. We can use attribute view
Yeah,
probably for
I'll
this.
use attribute view. I'll directly use attribute view. What is that? Fico underscore views at underscore what? Customer. Okay, so let me give this as something attr view f8 created. Done. Yeah, I got the data. Okay, so that view has got some joints kind of thing. So we need to check that modeling and need to issue it. So understood. So directly I'm using what here? Select statement on the modeling view. Instead of that, we can use what? C functions. Praveen, this is what you're expecting?
Yes, Sridhar. Yes, yeah, got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So let me quickly frame an example on what is this C underscore what? Join. So what I can say is about this join, how to frame this. I'll say used to join data from two what local table variable. So let me show an example on this. Used to join data from two local variables. So what I'll do is I'll take the same table my mp, create procedure. I'll say gensoft sql dot, what is the function I want to use? C underscore join. See, this is different. This is C underscore join underscore view. Don't get confused. C underscore join underscore view. This is plain C underscore join only. Okay, so what are I'm going to use now is only C underscore join. As what begin. Okay, so I'll say I tab 1 is equal to, yeah, I'll use column table first. Column table. Okay, yeah, I'll use the same table, gens of SQL dot, what is the table name? My underscore what? Employee. My underscore employee. I don't want all the columns. I will take only employee number and what? Employee number and what else? Employee name. Employee name. Let me also take what? Department number. Done. Done. Then I'll say here I tab 2 is equal to C underscore column table. One second. Yeah, my underscore department is there. What is the definition of this? Department number, dname and what? Location. Department number, dname and location. Okay, so C underscore column underscore table. What is this? My underscore, what shall I give? Department. My underscore department. What are the columns here? Three columns: department number, department name and location. Okay, so I'll just give department number. Again I'll give what? Department name. Done. Right, so I use C column table on this two different tables. Okay, done. Then I'll say I tab 3 is equal to, now I'll use what? C underscore join. What is the definition I give? Did I give proper? Use to join the data from two local table variables. Yeah, they are local and local to procedure. Okay, so C underscore join. What I have to give here? I will say I tab 1 comma value of what? I tab 2. Done. Then okay, see the signature of this function. Source table, target table, done. Then you have to give the join attribute. What is the join attribute here? Left table, I mean to say inner join. The c underscore join will act as inner join. So this is left table, this is the right table. And then you have to give the join attribute. What field you want to compare? What is the common field? Department number. Done. Done. And then you have to give the projection list. Okay, in the projection list I want employee number. I'll take employee name, department number, and D name. Done. Okay, done. Then I should be able to get it now. Select start from what? I tap 3. So this is avoiding what? Inner join. This is for the C underscore join is used for what? Avoiding the inner join in the select query. Okay. So done. Okay, so I'll get some data here. Then I have to use C join on the local tables. This is my join attribute. What is the common field? Department number is a common field, and this is my projection list. Done. Let me check the syntax. Okay, good. Okay, working fine. Procedure is created. Now I'll try to call gens of SQL. Done. Okay, let me execute this. Good. So I got done. Department number I got. Department name I got. Done. Done. Okay, it is not in sorted order of employee number. That adjustments you can do. What I can do now is inner join. This is for inner join. So I'll say this has 01. Let me try to create this. Oh, sorry. Here I'll try to use order by what? Employee number. Okay. So let me try to create this procedure. Procedure is created. Let me try to call it. What is that? Procedure name 01. Let me execute. So earlier I got in zigzag order. When I execute now, good. So I got that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. Okay. So the C join is a replacement. Equivalent for what? Inner join. Equivalent for what? Inner join. Hope it's clear. So if you have time, try to use this. What is this? Left order join is a what? Equivalent to what? Left order join, right order join. And yesterday I discussed full order join. We don't have any C function for full order join as of now. Till this release SP12, they have not given that. In future they might give. So there is no C full order join function. It is not there. So just try these two. Okay, and I'll discuss these things tomorrow. Am I clear to everyone? Any questions? Okay, so chalo then. Practice all these things. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay.